5 days on the road. Amazing event, amazing retreat. And as soon as I get in my house, God starts talking to me. This is actually my second video of the day. And I actually took my glasses off and I came and got into a different space because it's a totally different message. But I have to get them out as they come to me. And this message is primarily for African Americans. It's primarily for people of color. And it just struck me as I was just meditating today, just praying in the presence of God, listening to his voice. And it hit me that there are many African Americans who with this whole concept of choice. And what you don't realize is this election, it's not just about this issue. This election is about legacy and our community and African American community and the legacy that we are destroying systematically. And we are partnering with and participating with those who have had an agenda to eliminate and eradicate as many African Americans, those of who were born on these, who were born in this country. And so as I was meditating on this thought, it just really struck my heart that when you hear people say it's about their choice as to whether to take that life or not, what they don't take into consideration is the surgeon who operated on you, who made it here, who went through school, who got their education, grew up, lived a life, raised a family, and removed the tumor that saved your life. Somebody opted to let them live. And those individuals more than likely have a legacy over their family. They have a legacy over their community. I look at my own family and I look at the legacy of healthcare. I look at the legacy, and it's not just one. I mean, we've got multiple nurses, we've got doctors, we've got all of these healing agents, we've got ministers of the gospels. And you think about all of the lives that have been changed because we made it here. And so when I hear people say, oh, well, it's their choice, what I hear them saying is somebody who needs to be here may not get here. And it's okay if they don't get here because I got mine. And it just really reminded me of the old plantation mindset when they had the light-skinned Negroes who were usually mulatto. They were half African and half Caucasian because they were usually slave masters' kids. And usually when somebody had to deliver the news to the rest of the African Americans, the rest of the black folk, the dark-skinned people out there in the field, a lot of times they would send the one that's light-skinned to go deliver the message and say, well, now, so-and-so gonna be sold it today. And so we just letting you know so-and-so gonna be sold it today. And so they would tell one, and then the one who is gonna be sold, that one they're expendable, okay? And then the one who delivered the message, the one who carried the message, well, it's not my child being sold today. So we okay. See, if it doesn't hurt you, you think it's okay. If it doesn't destroy your family bloodline, it's okay. If it's somebody that God had a destiny for, that he had an assignment for, well, that's God. God can work around that. You think it's okay, but it's not okay, because every spark of life that God allows to transact in this planet has a purpose, has a plan, has a destiny, has gifts, talents, and abilities. And none of us get to say who should live here and who should not. We are all. And so when I think that statistically 40% of the abortions that happen in this country are people who look like me, it pisses me off. And so I just have to get that out my system and say, if you love Jesus, if you love God, if you testify to wanting to make it to heaven, and you think that you can go and let that high yellow so-called African American who cares nothing about our people, who thinks it's okay for our sons to be castrated and our daughters at 15 years old to have mastectomies, and that's an agenda, that it's perfectly okay to teach that to our kids, because you know who they're gonna push it on. You know who they're gonna feed it to first. You know where all the abortion clinics are. You know. So it's like, well, it's not affecting my family. My family, okay. It is affecting your family. Because in the kingdom of God, we're one. God says, in him we live, in him we move, in him we have our being. All of those babies that are aborted on this planet are in heaven right now. Many of them are in the great cloud of witnesses because they were supposed to be here. They had assignments in this earth. They had destinies that went unfulfilled. Because you and I, because some of us were not bold enough and bald enough to, and strong enough to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. So if you walk in that poll place and you put a check by Kamala Harris and you say, okay, we gotta, no. She does not represent what God has deposited into African people born in this country. What my mama and my daddy went through, the civil rights acts the atrocities that they suffered, so that I could vote and have rights. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That matters to me. It matters to me. It matters to me that it's not just about abortion, it's about genocide. They're targeting us. They're targeting us. They want to kill all of us. They're trying to get rid of us. It's our sons that they want to emasculate. It's our sons that they're targeting. It's our sons. It's us that they want to get rid of. And she just, the good house nigga. Yeah, I said it. She just the good house HH sent to deliver the message. Yeah, your day is coming. You think that they're gonna that those Democrats are gonna do anything for y'all? You think they're gonna do something for you? Do you seriously think they're going to do something for you? You are deceived. You are deceived. And we can only pray that God has an agenda. Because, and this is the other one. I'm sorry, I forgot one point. And so while we're having this debate, this conversation about gender identity, while we're having this debate, we realize that the ones that they want to be most confused about their genders is African Americans, because they don't want us to have strong families. They don't want us to be resilient husbands and wives and fathers and mothers, because they know what happens when an African American child has a strong family structure. They become unstoppable people. People who can do things in this planet. And that's what God is hungry for. He is hungry for unstoppable people that he can use, that he can assign a destiny to. So just remember, when you go vote, you go put that little check mark in that box. Just remember, that's just the house sent to you to let you do what they need you to do, to keep the natives calm so they won't get restless. And then once you do what they need you to do, all they're going to do is turn around and all they're going to do is turn around and do the same thing they did for you that they did over the last 4 years. What did they do? They let you go and burn down your own people neighborhood. They let you tear down your own community. And then they turn around and sent big organizations, huge corporations like BlackRock, and they went into your neighborhoods and bought your land for the dollar. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. So you want to focus your life and focus your vote. Measure it from the eternal perspective. What if my decision is eternity based rather than based in this natural realm? That's what matters. That's all I got to say. I wish you best. I pray you choose. I pray you choose wisely.